we're going to be launching some new products, some new underlying structures completely that are going to offer our users the ability to take positions in some of CEGA's structured products, utilizing their Ethereum or their staked Ethereum even as well. So not only are the users keeping their price exposure to Ethereum or staked ETH, you also, receiving or continuing to receive the returns on staking your ETH. But on top of that, taking positions in CEGA's structured products to allow for additional yield on top of those assets as well.
Hey Adam, thank you so much for joining us today. Really appreciate your time.
How's it going? Good to see you, Ali. Good to see you again.
Good.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, amazing. So yeah, we'd love to kind of talk into you and CEGA and kind of learn more about what you guys are up to in the space. So I guess to kind of kick it all off, what is your story of how you got involved in Web3 and kind of what did you do before you found your role at CEGA?
For sure. I guess going back to the start, let's go back to the start. So my formal education was in chemical engineering and finance. Was going to going down that investment banking route. In 2017, me and a couple of friends found Chainlink. Invested a bit into Chainlink, was a part of the OG Link Marines. Shout out to the Link Marines. But yeah, a couple of friends and I were kind of learning about crypto, kind of all individually, really curious about the space. All big risk takers, wanted to find the edge and expedite, our young growth. And then additionally, in 2019, one of those friends actually built a Chainlink node and became the first verified Chainlink node in the space. So providing data on chain to power DeFi smart contracts. From that, some of that was used, some of the equity and also the revenue from that was used to bootstrap a lot of different little escapades. And we saw a gap in the market in the derivative space. So I was one of the founding members of TracerDAO, and what TracerDAO offered was a derivatives platform. We offered perpetual swaps. We offered a tokenized leverage product called Perpetual Pools, which is a unique product that we launched in 2021. But in addition to that, as a part of some of the escapades, we also had a venture arm, and we continued to run that Chainlink node. It still runs to date. So yeah, that's kind of how I first got into the space. I've been in the space since 2017. But yeah, I've been loving it.
Amazing. And can you tell us more about CEGA's story?
Yeah, for sure. So I joined CEGA about a year ago now, after I left the TracerDAO project. And CEGA is the structured investments protocol. We were funded by Dragonfly and Pantera. What CEGA offers is a structured product, similar to some of the other products you see in the space, but we have a slight edge. We've been using exotic options, or we're the first to use exotic options on chain. What that means, it effectively allows our users to tailor and customize the payoff and have this better risk-adjusted and greater yields for our users in the long run. For instance, as an example of that, some of our products actually lasted or were successful through the FTX crash at the end of last year. So providing, more consistent yields for our users and greater yields as well.
And let's go into this a little bit more. So what would you say the main problem that CEGA solves is?
Yeah, for sure. So the main problems CEGA solves, we saw the rise of DOVs, or decentralized option vaults, in the space coming to light in 2021, 2022. There was a lot of product market fit, a lot of these protocols getting a lot of TVL, a lot of these users making a lot of money. But the problem we saw was that with some of these products, some of these vanilla option contract products, using simple calls and puts to tailor or structure these products, is that they weren't able to offer yields in all market conditions. And we saw a lot of the yields from those products, generating negative returns / not as great returns as they could have been, because the market conditions swayed. So the gap in the market that we saw is that CEGA can provide, I guess, add that layer of maturity to our products with those exotic options to customize to the crypto market a bit better for our users to receive the greater yields over extended periods of time. So I guess for someone coming to CEGA, it can be used as a hedging tool. It can be used to grow your current capital to date. It can be used also to effectively hedge against inflation with some of our more conservative vaults. But yeah, our end product right now, you're depositing USDC and you're receiving anywhere between 8.5 to 50% returns yearly.
Amazing. And yeah, let's talk more about kind of your ideal client. So who is CEGA's ideal client?
Sure. At the moment, I guess our ideal client or ICP, ideal customer profile, are high net worth individuals, hedge funds / liquid funds. So the hedge funds that are running liquid operations in DeFi, and Web3 treasuries have been the biggest three, all for different, different flavors. So some of our products being more conservative, some of our products being more risk on, and it varies in between for those types of different product profiles. Additionally, we've also had some VCs looking to park their capital. There's a lot of dry powder in the space right now, and they're parking the USDC in some of our vaults to, again, hedge against inflation. And additionally, some family offices have been using our products in the past as well. When I say products, our flagship product is like a fixed coupon note. So it's giving our users a certain amount of yield with additional downside protection, which has been an attractive product over the last year or so.
Amazing. And what would you say within your role are the biggest challenges that you face?
I guess I would say in DeFi. So I'm head of BD at CEGA, and I guess my goal, my job is to grow our product as much as possible, get our product in front of as many faces as possible as well. But for DeFi, as we kind of all know, my take is that DeFi is very sensitive to macro conditions. So for instance, FTX last year, we were one of the fastest growing vault products. We launched in June last year. We grew to 45 million TVL just before FTX. And then quickly, like FTX happened, a lot of our competitors went out of business, or they sunset some of their products. Some of them were acquired by others, the DOV products. And the second order effects of our users taking on a more conservative approach to the market were, withdrawing from some of our products and from some of the competitor products, which really, decreased a lot of the liquidity and TVL for our product. So yeah, I guess the biggest challenge facing for this year especially is the macro conditions being more conservative. You've got a lot of the users and a lot of the general sentiment moving towards risk-off products. You've got T-bills that are paying a higher yield at the moment because of the interest rates. You've also got ETH staking, and those two have been the powerhouse in DeFi for this year, just due to the nature of the market participants.
Amazing. And what things in the next 6 to 12 months are the most exciting for CEGA?
Well, not even 6 months. Next month, I'd say probably the most exciting thing we're going to be offering for CEGA. As you know, I mentioned previously that our products are offered for those looking to gain additional yields on USDC. We're going to be launching some new products, some new underlying structures completely that are going to offer our users the ability to take positions in some of CEGA's structured products, utilizing their Ethereum or their staked Ethereum even as well. So not only are the users keeping their price exposure to Ethereum or staked ETH, you also receiving or continuing to receive the returns on staking your ETH. But on top of that, taking positions in CEGA's structured products to allow for additional yield on top of those assets as well. So I can't say exactly what the underlying structure is, but what I can say is that if you keep in tune, those products will be launched, fingers crossed, at the end of next month or beginning of December.
Amazing. And yeah, finally, how can someone get involved and who should they reach out to?
Sure. Our webpage is just CEGA.fi. If you type in the URL, we've also got our Twitter account as well. Or you can contact me on Twitter at Adam_Bawi. It's probably the easiest way.
Amazing. Well, looking forward to everything that's going to come. Thank you so much for your time today, Adam.
Awesome. Cheers, Ali. Thanks for having me on.